Choose your character.
Alright, here we are again. If you didn't see the last video, this is ranking all of the characters and how likely they would be to survive a zombie apocalypse. Now, I did all of the Avatar Last Airbender characters. This is going to be all of the Legend of Korra characters. And to be clear, the zombies cannot bend. They're just like regular zombies. You have to hit them in the head to take them out. And also, all of these characters are characters who are alive during the show. So it can't be characters who are like from flashbacks and stuff. Uh, anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start. Amon, we always start with an S tier character, and Amon is definitely an S tier character. As for Survivor, he, I don't know how you could place him any other tier because he's probably the strongest character to go in a zombie apocalypse, if I'm being honest. Maybe even stronger than Toph, who I ranked at the very top of the last tier list. Spoilers. I do think that Amon, because of bloodbending, just because of bloodbending, that like ability is just so strong, and it would be even more useful in a zombie apocalypse. Like nothing is lost in usefulness. It's probably even more useful in a zombie apocalypse because you can just control. I mean, and it's shown that he can mass control at least a group of, you know, zombies, I would think. So I think that Amon would be very good. I don't think I really have to get into this any further. Amon is an S tier character. Okay, Asami. Okay, this is a hard drop off. So I think Asami is probably in a 50-50 category because I do think, I mean, she has the electrified glove. I don't know how useful that is against a zombie. That's the thing. It paralyzes, it shocks. It's almost like the Ty Lee situation, but I'm ranking her higher than Ty Lee because I think that she has a bit more like skill outside of just the one thing that she can do. I think that she would be able to like, I don't know, engineer things and stuff like that. So I think that for that reason, Asami would be better. And I think that she has pretty good like instinct, survival. I think that she would be all right. But obviously, she has a lot of disadvantages. So yeah, I think 50-50 is fine. Batar Jr. Okay, this is. I don't even know where to put. I feel like he's probably just a goner. Maybe even First Blood. He's like very I would honestly put him in First Blood because I mean, what does he do? Like that, he is like Asami, he mechanically smart, but he doesn't have the combat skills at all. Like I think Asami could pick up a weapon and like be able to use it. I don't know if this dude could. So I guess maybe he should be in I'm just gonna put him in First Blood because I feel like that's where he belongs. Okay, Bolin. Bolin, this is a tough one. I think I'm going to put him in good odds because I think, first of all, the lava bending, this is all like at their prime, okay? And so if he has lava bending, then that's a pretty good ability, I think. Even in a zombie apocalypse, that's like pretty good. You could use that to like zone out zombies and stuff. Um, and also I think he'd be a really good earthbender. Earthbending, I think would be a really good skill and like a zombie apocalypse to like build giant walls and things like that. I don't know. I think that it would be good, and he has good precision with earthbending. That's a very, in some ways I think Bolin would be like a really strong pick, because he has precision with earthbending. We've seen him be able to like hit targets with earthbending, and so that would be even better. He'd be able to hit a zombie. The thing is, I think the earth, if you can't metal bend, earth would be harder to use than just like with metal bending, where I think it'd be more consistent with metal bending to like kill a zombie. Earth might, crumble more often. You might take multiple hits to kill a zombie. But I still think that Bolin would be pretty strong just for those reasons. As for like his attitude, I don't know. He's not handled. He probably couldn't deal with a zombie apocalypse if we're being real. But in terms of his skills, I would say he's pretty high. Okay, Boomi. I'm going to put Boomi in 50-50 above Asami. Now, he does have airbending, which is a huge bonus. And I think that would help evade, like that does help you evade zombies, and I think that, can they fly with their wingsuits? I think that would be pretty good, actually. I think the problem is that with air, just having airbending, you know, if you're the Avatar, then that, you know, you have a lot more of options available. But just having airbending, I think would be hard to like confirm a kill on a zombie. You know, because I think the most deadly kind of airbending techniques are the ones that suffocate and things like that, which I don't think would really work against a zombie, right? So for those reasons, and not that I don't even know if Bolin or Boomi would even be able to do that. So yeah, I feel like he's kind of a 50-50 here. He does have like the survival skills and stuff, so I'm gonna put him above Asami. Saikon, Saikon, also I'm going to put him 50-50 like right here because he's a metal bender. And being a metal bender is like really strong, I feel like. I don't think he's like a very strong, exceptional metal bender. I think there's opportunities for him to, that's why it's a 50-50, where he would like, I don't know, he would slip up because, you know, that's the kind of character he is. So I don't know if I would put him any higher than this, but I mean, metal bending is just like a very strong virtue alone. And so for that, it's like 50-50 easy. Desna and Eska. Okay, this is a hard one. These are hard. I feel like Legend of Korra, a lot of the characters are going to be a lot stronger, overall. Now, Desna and Eska, for me, I'm gonna put 50-50 above Boomi. Obviously there's two people, so it's a little harder to judge. But I mean they're really strong waterbenders. I think waterbending is would be very strong in a post-apocalypse setting. You know, all around I feel like it would be a pretty good option to have these characters. But I think, you know, I don't know. I don't know if they're really like the best use of water bending in the post-apocalypse. They have a lot of ice bending techniques and things like that. I think they're more like agile, and I don't know. I just feel like they wouldn't be as strong as some of these other waterbenders we're going to talk about, like Katara. Obviously, Katara is still probably an S tier, even as an like elderly person. The reason why I say this is because bloodbending like is just so good, and also like healing is a really good ability too. I didn't even talk about it in the last one, but I don't think I needed to, because healing is just, that would be really good in an apocalypse. That would be very good in an apocalypse. So I don't feel any differently about Katara, although I do place her lower than Amon because Amon is just like overpowered, and I think the same can apply to Toph. Whereas I think Toph is probably like right there because, I mean, she can't bloodbend, so. But she can do everything else. So like for that reason, again, she's an S tier. Even as an old woman, I would say she's probably still an S tier. Zuko, I feel like Zuko's probably in his old age. Let's be real, he's probably a little bit less so. I think he'd probably be still in 50-50, but he'd probably be like a little bit lower. Like, I don't know if he's better than Saikon or not. I mean, metal bending is just so good that, I mean, a lot of people are saying that firebending, you could like melt a zombie, but I don't know, that would just take a long time, right? That would take a very long time to do. Like, you know, I think firebending would be more useful as like a burst, and that's how we see it in the show. It's just like a burst of fire, right? That would be more useful to like try to get an elimination, like and I think it'd be harder to do. So for that reason, I think that Saikon would be more reliable. Like, I'd rather have him. Gazan, again, I'm going to put him in good odds, just like Bolin. I think Bolin's probably would be like a better pick because I think he has all those other skills they talked about. But Gazan, again, just the lava bending. He has the lava bending, like, spirally thingies that, like, I'm sure would just annihilate zombies. So I think Gazan would be good odds. Yeah, he probably himself. I mean, he'd probably decide to go a different path with his life in the zombie apocalypse by withdrawing from life, if you know what I'm saying. That is what I feel like would happen with Gazan, but I think he'd be in the good odds. He'd probably actually be like a pretty good post-apocalypse character, if we're being real. Queen Haoting is first blood easy. She's like gone, dead, not even, I mean, what is she gonna do? Nothing. This character also, I feel like, I'm gonna put him in probably a goner, but I don't know. I mean, he can metal bend, so that's probably something that he can do, but he's just like, all he does is make banana shaped art pieces. So Yeah, we're not. I'm not sure that Huan is the person, right? Ikki. Okay, Ikki. This is interesting. Ikki. I think I'm gonna put her a little bit above. This is difficult. I think actually, you know what? Um, this is really difficult. I think that she goes about here, and the reason is I think these characters probably have more skills in like a zombie setting, you know, where Iki is very vulnerable. I would be like very vulnerable, but like again, airbending is just a very powerful skill. She's a better probably a better airbender than Boomi is, but Boomi has all this like he was in the military. You know, all of those stories were 100% accurate as far as I'm concerned. So I imagine he would actually probably be pretty good in a zombie apocalypse. So I put her in 50-50, but you know how it is. Janora though, I think Janora I put above Saikon because yeah, I think that she's resourceful and she's a master airbender. Um, yeah, I think that that alone is like enough. Again, I don't know if she has all the skills that Boomy would have to like survive, but I think that she would still be pretty strong, a pretty good 50-50 character. I feel like Prince Wu again, he'd be first blood. Probably here. I don't know. I don't know. He does have some skills, like he can like sing to badger moles, but like that's not really a skill. It's like embarrassing. Okay, Korra's S tier. Where in S tier? I don't know. I mean, it's like Aang with plus metal bending minus seismic sets. I'm almost gonna put her above old lady Toph. I don't know if Toph in her prime it would do the same thing. I mean, Toph can see everything throughout the entire world through the Banyan Swamp, so maybe it is. It's just a hard one to place. But Korra definitely, like with the metal bending, would be very strong. She can earth bend and fire bend and water bend and air bend. Like obviously that's really strong. The Avatar state is really strong. I think I'll just put her right here because that's where I put Aang, and I think that that's probably where she is, to be honest. I mean, Toph just can see everything, so that's pretty good. And then Amon is a bloodbender, so Kuvira. Kuvira. Now, Kuvira, I'm going to put in good odds. I'm going to put her in the highest placement in this tier, even though she can't lava bend like those other characters. But she can metal bend. And I think that she's the most proficient metal bender after Toph. And so for that reason, even though she can't do like the seismic sense, I think that she would definitely be able to survive. Like I think that she would be a really strong character in a survival, in a survival apocalypse setting. Okay, Kai is a hard one. I was thinking, does she even have like if she could bloodbend? I don't think she can, but I mean, she is Toph's or Katara's daughter. So is she Toph's daughter? Okay, but yeah, I don't know about Kaya though. She's more of a healer. She's less of a combatant. We saw that in Korra, where I think that she kind of is lackluster. Like you're almost like, what Kaya? Like what? We thought you were gonna do a little better. Um, I would put her like probably honestly at the top of 50-50 because I think that she would be better than Desna and Eska in a survival situation because she has the healing. And yeah, she probably is around her brother's like experience level with survival. So yeah, I mean, and if she has blood bending, then she'd be an S tier. But we don't, I'm judging that like we don't know anything, which is true, we don't. Lieutenant. Okay, Lieutenant. I feel like he's probably a goner, to be honest. Um, yeah, just like I don't know, like he has the batons, I guess, but like I feel like there are better weapons, and yeah, I don't see it working out for a lieutenant, to be honest. Maybe. I mean, look, Asami has just better skills, like as a higher skill set. If Asami could only electrocute people with a glove, then I would put her like at the bottom of this tier list. But she can do more. She can do more than that, right? She can like potentially be really useful. So, and also I think that she could probably like learn different skills, like if she needed to. I think that she'd be really used. I think so. For that reason, I'm gonna put Lieutenant there. Lightning Bolt Zolt. Lightning Bolt Zolt. Yeah, no, I'm not feeling it. Lightning Bolt Zolt. I'm not feeling it. Probably better than Lieutenant, to be honest. But again, lightning does nothing against a zombie, right? What is lightning ever gonna do against a zombie? It's never gonna do anything. So yeah, I'm not gonna place him any higher than probably a goner. Lynn is an interesting one. Lynn, okay, she does have the seismic sense. The problem is that Toph has it permanently, and she can see everything like forever if she's in the banyan swamp or whatever, on the banyan tree, whatever. I don't know, in the swamp. I don't know how that works. Korra, someone explain that to me. But yes, Lynn can only do it a couple times. She has to like, focus, kind of like what Aang was able to do. But she does have metal bending, obviously. So for that reason, metal bending plus earth bending plus seismic sense, that's probably a good odds. And see, the thing is all of them are earthbenders. The good odds. Is she better than Kuvira? I think Kuvira is a better metal bender than she is, but she has the seismic sense. So I'm gonna put her above Kuvira because I think I'd rather have her than Kuvira. Mako, is Mako good odds or is he 50-50? I feel like Mako is in the 50-50 here. I don't know if he's even better than Desna and Eska. I think he probably is better than Desna. I think he's probably there. Again, like I don't know if I see firebending like as the most useful skill. I'm like looking at the characters in the good odds category. Like you can't tell me that those skills wouldn't be more useful in a zombie apocalypse setting than what Mako can do. I'm sorry. But yeah, I think he probably does have some skills also outside of firebending, so that like boosts him up a little bit. Yeah, I think I'd probably take him over old Zuko, but I think young Zuko like probably whoops him. Okay. Milo, I think Milo's probably like where her sister is, and probably I would take Iki over him, maybe. I don't know. I think Iki would just be easier to work with. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's probably fair. Minghua. Okay, Minghua I'm gonna put in good odds at the bottom. She obviously doesn't have arms, so that probably could be a challenge. But I think if she had water, then it wouldn't matter. Because, I mean, she can basically do everything anyone else can with arms, but she uses water bending, anti-gravity, whatever. Like, that's not how water works. You can't grip something with water, but whatever. It works for Minghua, and we love her for that. So for that reason, I think Minghua is a higher category, like caliber waterbender than like Desna and Kaya. I don't know if she can heal. Like Kaya being able to heal is very useful. It's just that I don't think she's that great in combat, so I'm not gonna put her in the good odds. Hiroshi is like probably a goner. Where? I don't know. Like probably here. He does have some skills like his daughter. I just think his age, like, I don't know, those things would probably weigh him down, where I think Asami would be better in a situation, right? Opal, yeah, Opal probably goes around where these characters go. I'd probably take her over Milo or Iki, so I guess I'll put her there. Pali, I put Combustion Man a lot lower. I put him in the probably a goner category, and I want to say the same for Pali, to be honest, because I do feel like there's just so many opportunities for things to go wrong if your primary skill is to blow things up in a zombie apocalypse, because you're going to be attracting zombies. Like you just have to think about it. Like I don't think it would be good. It would be good to have huge explosions all of the time. But again, like in some scenarios, I can definitely see it being very useful. I think she's better than Combustion Man. I think she has better like control of her power, and she would be less likely to like accidentally blow herself up in that situation. But I do think that she's probably still a goner. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't see it being very, very good for Pali. Pema is like first blood. Like, it's honestly sad, like probably here. Raiko is also first blood. Like he would, if the zombies didn't kill him, like his constituents would. So I don't know where that goes. Like I guess he could probably do it better than them. Ryu. Okay, Ryu's probably a goner also. Yeah, I'd probably put him like there. Senna also, so apparently Senna's a waterbender. So that's not, don't shoot the messenger. That's just what I hear from It's on her wiki, our Avatar wiki. They confirmed it apparently back in Comic-Con, back when Korra was being released. So don't quote me on this, but I'm gonna judge her based on what we see in the show, and I don't see any skill in waterbending. I don't know if she can heal. I don't know if she can do anything like that. So she's probably a goner, and she's probably like around this area. The only reason I'm putting up is because technically she's a waterbender. Okay, that's the only reason. Shady Shin, I don't know. Shady Shin is probably a goner. Like, probably goner. Honestly, probably there. I put him better than he doesn't even have bending anymore. But let's say he does have his bending. I still don't see him going very far. Maybe there. Su Yin again. I'm gonna put her next to her sister. I think that Su Yin probably is would be better than Lin. I don't know why that I feel like it would be that way. I just prefer Su Yin. I don't know. I just think that she'd be better. Maybe not. I don't know. These are kind of interchangeable. These are pretty close. But I'm gonna put Su Yin just above because I think she also like almost beat her sister in that one fight they had. Tano is probably a goner. I'd say he's like here. There-ish, I feel like. I don't know. Maybe that's even generous. That's probably even generous for Tano. Tarlok is S tier. Like, right there. Because he's not as powerful as Amon is, but he can still bloodbend without a full moon. If you can bloodbend without a full moon, that's like pretty much the most powerful thing you can do in the show. So like Tarlok will always be in the S tier for everything except for who is not a good bender. Like Kai, I'm gonna put around where the other airbenders are. I feel like it's maybe he ekes them out. I think he's probably the strongest out of them. He does have like sleight of hand kind of skills. He does have like sneak cunning kind of. So actually, for that reason, I feel like he's probably a Saikon can. Yeah, I'll put him. I feel like that's a fair placement for all the skills that he has. Tenzin though, I feel like is good odds. Tenzin has good odds. Out of the 3 siblings of the children of Katara, I think Tenzin has the best odds. He is the best bender in my opinion. I think he has like the leadership skills, and I think that he has like the survivalist mindset. I think he's shown that he would do anything to protect his family. I think he's shown that he's a good teacher, a good mentor, and I think that those skills all really matter. Where maybe I've been saying airbending wouldn't be as powerful as like say metal bending would be in a zombie situation. I think Tenzin would more than make up for that. I think the airbending would still be pretty good with Tenzin. I might even put him above Minghua, just because I think that in some scenarios he would be even better than Minghua. I feel like that's pretty fair. Tonrock, I'm gonna put probably below Zuko, below Mako, but above Desna and Eska. Because I don't know if he has healing either, but yeah. Unalaq is the one that I like. Yeah, these last couple characters are probably gonna be very challenging to place. But I'm just gonna go with my gut instinct for each of these characters. And so for Unalaq, I guess the biggest skill that Unalaq has is that he can do the spirit bending stuff. But I don't know how like useful that would really be. Like, the spiritual stuff. It might be useful. Like, there's probably skills. I don't know. I think it'd probably not be that useful. But as a waterbender, I think he's pretty good. I imagine he probably can heal if he can do spirit bending. So yeah, I'd probably put him above Mako. But would I put him at 50-50, like above Kaya? I think he's a better waterbender than Kaya is. So I'll put him there. Okay, Varric. I'm probably gonna put Varric around where Asami is, because it is like a 50-50 situation, because I think that he probably doesn't have like the best survival skills, but he does, I imagine, have like the negotiating, and obviously if like anyone's gonna be able to like figure something, like some mechanism or something to like trap zombies or whatever, it'd be Varric. So I think that puts him like at least at a 50-50, but he's probably the bottom of the tier. Viper, Viper is probably a goner, honest, or maybe he's 50-50 also. I think he's probably 50-50 to be honest. I think he's better than the other, like he's definitely better than Shady Shin. Um, you know, yeah, I think like right there is probably fine, right above. Because he's a bender, he has water bending. I think that's pretty, it'd probably be pretty strong still. Okay, Wing and Wei. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about Wing and Wei. Um, this is hard. I feel like they're 50-50 also because I don't know if they're as power, like I don't know if they can do seismic sense. They're definitely not as strong as a metal bender as Kuvira is. They don't have lava bending, they don't have any of those skills, but they are like probably the better. I'd probably put him around where Mako is. I'd probably put my chances better with Mako. Um, yeah. Zahir. Zahir's a challenging one again. Zahir's main thing is that he can suffocate people. That's like not a very good skill in a zombie apocalypse, I'll be honest. He probably still could do a lot though. I mean, he can fly. Okay, he can fly. All right. He can fly. That's okay. I forgot about that. I think that's pretty. Like, if you're just talking about your survival, like he might even be an S tier. Yeah, he can fly, guys. Like, flying is probably better than being able to bloodbend once. Yeah, just being able to like permanently fly anywhere is probably better than what Katara could do at an old lady age. Yeah, I feel comfortable there. Julie, I'm gonna go ahead and say probably. She's probably a goner. Like, I feel like she's around where, but she has less. It's just hard because, ooh, not there. She's probably around where Varric and Asami are, to be honest. I think she could probably, like Asami, she could probably pick up a gun, like probably pick up a gun. They don't have guns in Avatar. Whatever. If they did, she probably could pick it up and like learn it. She's a leader. Like, people like her more than Raiko, I guess. So that gives her something. But I just think it would be challenging. She's more of the bronze between the brains and the bronze of Varric and her. So I feel like that placement is fine. People are probably not going to get mad at that. All right, this is the final list we got here. I don't know how I'm feeling about it. I think it's pretty good. I think it's probably around where the airbending. I know the airbending is probably going to be controversial, because I'm probably underrating how useful it would be. Flying would be amazing. I mean, period. Just being able to permanently float like above all of the zombies. But even the gliders, I did say gliding would be really powerful with Aang, but he has other things available. He has the avatar state, he has all those other, like, that's what really makes him an S tier. Just the gliding, just the airbending, and also Aang is like a master airbender where these characters are not. So just those skills available to them, I think it would be, yeah, it'd be like a 50-50 for each of these. Yeah, what else? I don't know. I think nobody's gonna really disagree that the characters at the very top are the ones that should probably be at the very top, right? Yeah, I feel like this is pretty good. All right, if you guys like this video, go ahead and leave a like, leave a subscription. Let me know more kind of tier lists you'd like to see me do. This has been super fun to make. Probably really silly and stupid, but like it's just fun to theorize what kind of characters would be strong during a zombie apocalypse. I'll see you guys all in my next video.